is Ricky Cambier. I'm a game designer at Naughty Dog.
Can you talk a little about the new content you're showing here for this game?
Yeah, we're showing off two new sections today. We're showing off a small town in Lincoln, Pennsylvania. This is a place that Joel and Ellie have gone to searching for a car. Joel needs to deliver Ellie to the Fireflies, and they're not going to get there on foot, so they got to find a car. This is not easy to come by in post-pandemic America. Everything's been scavenged, everything's been searched over, or everything is just rotten. Things have been sitting for 20 years. Joel has a friend, if you could call him that, an acquaintance or a business partner that he knows named Bill. And he's just done some dealings with him, and he knows he's reliable, and Bill also owes Joel a favor. So they decide to head towards this town. Joel has never been there before, so you get to kind of explore this space, and you get to see how, you get to meet Bill, and you get to see how he survives. You get to see what he's done to, for lack of a better word, be safe in this world, to find, to live in a town where there are infected, and you're going to encounter those some more here, but you get to see new ways to combat them. We get to introduce a new weapon here we haven't shown before, which is the bow. So you can see how that is useful in that it's silent, and knowing that the clickers, the stage 3 infected, respond to noise is going to be very useful. We're also really showing off a lot of our exploration and crafting system because we put you in this small town. We give you a chance to look at what has happened to even the small towns. Previously we've shown Boston, and here you get to see, if you search around, you get to see some of the ways that this town attempted to survive and failed. You get to see how people fled this area. You get to see, and just tonally, you get a very different feel from the downtown Boston. And if you spend time to explore a little bit, you might, as the player, you might just be running through the space, but you'll get to see something, you get to see Ellie react to seeing like an arcade cabinet. And you might, as the player, just might going through there because you're used to those in our everyday world. Ellie's never seen that, or Ellie's only ever heard of that. So you get these optional conversations that just to get to expand a little bit of the relationship between Joel and Ellie. So we're really highlighting that dynamic and the benefits to exploring in The Last of Us. Yeah, and I think that kind of highlights the first area, Lincoln. We also are allowing you to go a little bit further down the story where they've already gotten a car, and you're going to the town of Pittsburgh. We've shown some of this footage already of Joel and Ellie driving in a car, and they get ambushed by this group. This is a group that we call the Hunters. These are a group of people that have found their best way to survive in this world is to get supplies however they can, and to them that means setting up traps for other travelers. They like to call them tourists. For anybody passing through, they're going to divert them down into the city, and they're going to kill them, and they're going to take their stuff. This is the level of desperation they're at. And this was a focal point for The Last of Us as well. Even though it feels like we concentrate a lot on these clickers, just core human combat of like what does mankind do when they're desperate? How do they fight? What does an enemy AI do when they have limited bullets? What do they do when they hear you've run out of ammo? At any time you might click, 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 and you're going to have this guy suddenly change his tactics. This is a lot of that like balance of power type AI that we've been talking about. They're going to approach you differently depending on what you do. And they're desperate, and they're trying to survive as well. And how does that help them innovate? What does that allow them to do to get by in this world?
What's it like for you now having this game complete?
Is it complete? Yes, it is complete. It's simultaneously, I mean, anytime you finish a project that you're really proud about, and this is one that I think is going to blow people away. We're getting a lot of feedback internally in the office, just people doing playthroughs and some of the ways that they're moved, some of the ways that you really hope these things work, that you spend so much time and passionate and you feel like they work, and then to get someone else to experience it and like see how moved they are and to see these pieces come together is moving and satisfying. I think this game is really going to blow people away and kind of change the landscape for this genre we're kind of defining of survival action.
How has your past work with performance capture on the Uncharted games helped with what you guys have been able to do from a dramatic and actor and character perspective in this game?
Well, having a lot of I mean, a lot of experience just, I mean, on one level, on the tech level of the pipeline, you know, having that down, having a team that understands that pipeline and being able to execute things quickly is always useful. And then getting actors as talented as like Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, and getting two people that had such chemistry. You know, you talk about that, and I think in the Last of Us you're gonna experience that, because both of them are not like exactly who we pictured at first, right? When you look at like a shot of Troy Baker, so different than Joel, and yet amazing voice work and just amazing acting too, because it's performance capture, right? It's not just the voice. So talented, and then when they read together to get the chemistry immediately, and have Ashley Johnson be able to bring across this 14-year-old girl in such a humane way of like, you understand this kid that's grown up only in this environment, that like doesn't know anything else and can get excited about a cabinet, get excited about just walking through a forest. There's a part in the small town here where you start moving through this just lush green area, and you could take it for granted, and then she reminds you she's never seen this. And the tenderness and the authenticity that Ashley can bring to that has been phenomenal.